Remember that thing, Bitcoin, the thing that went up to $20,000 and then dropped to $3,000? Well, it's now heading towards $14,000 yet again, and those who bought the dip are now celebrating. But is the rally sustainable? Is your chance of getting your hands on Bitcoin at a low price gone forever? Where should you start? Or even better, should you even consider Bitcoin? I know you got questions and I got answers. My name is Kiana and most of you know me as Invest Diva. So the other day I sent an email to my subscribers asking if you guys have any questions about Bitcoin, and promise I'll cover it in a YouTube video as opposed to our premium investing group videos, which is only for our PIC members. I got a ton of questions. So today I'm going to answer questions from 5 people and leave the rest for the next video. The first few questions are from Melissa. The first question is, do you own any Bitcoin and how much? Well, I wasn't going to really make this public, but I do own Bitcoin, and I think approximately with everything that I have in my wallet and across online wallets, it's about 3.5 Bitcoins, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look at my diary. As you know, when I first started investing in cryptocurrency, I was, and I still am, a very big fan of diversification. So I didn't really keep all of my Bitcoin, and I converted a lot of it to other cryptocurrencies. The next question is, so the next chance to buy Bitcoin is at 9,454. So I know where you got that number from, Melissa. You got it from one of my reports. And for that, I obviously have to go ahead and switch to my chart. So first, actually, let's give a history about Bitcoin and its price action. Bitcoin has had so many over 97% gain within 2 months situations. All these red ranges that you see here, even from back in 2013, we once had a over 2,700% gain within a month. Then it went back down. Then a 97% within a month went back down. 974% gain within a month went back down. Then we got 85%. And so on and so forth. So it went up and up and up and up. And it had a lot of volatility, obviously, until we got into the bubble. Let me actually delete the Ichimoku from here so that you get a better understanding. Okay, so the bubble, even throughout the bubble, we saw a lot of pullbacks, mostly towards this 50% and 61% Fibonacci retracement levels. The bubble itself, it went all the way up, came back down, and then on its way down even, we saw a lot of gains over 40%, and then retracing back to key support levels. This time around, Bitcoin has been going up. This is bottomed out. This is a beautiful saucer bottom pattern. This range, it shows 167% gain, and then we had a little bit of a retracement back toward below 8,000. We had another range up, so actually I can go ahead and create a range. So we go from this most recent one, 86% gain, and then it retraced back to, we probably want to switch to the daily chart for this. So we saw the gain, 86% gain. I actually called this level to the digit before it happened. And I want to see how low it could go. Normally it goes to one of the Fibonacci retracement levels. But right now, and it actually did go. Yeah, so the number that you said, no, so I know this question was asked a week ago, so I hadn't had a chance to get around this question earlier. And yes, it did go back below 10,000 yesterday. Really briefly, what was the number that I had called? It was kind of close to that. I had called 9,454, so it didn't quite reach it. The problem is that it looks like they already retraced and it's on its way back up. So it might actually continue going back up until the next retracement. But I wouldn't remove my buy limit orders at this price just yet. But I would add some more buy limit orders, probably at around 10,000, because throughout the volatility and throughout the weekend, we may see a little bit more pullbacks. Just so you know, on Mondays and Fridays, some investment firms, that is the day that they really pour money into Bitcoin. So it looks like that Monday and Tuesday are not the best day to buy Bitcoin, because that is just after investment institutional investors have bought Bitcoin on a routine, like automated basis. This may change in the future, but as of now, that has been the routine. So if you were to pick a day to invest in Bitcoin, you probably are going to be better off with a Tuesday, not a Monday. Although this Monday we did see it going back down. So this is not certain, but it is a strategy that I am aware of some investment firms are following. And because Bitcoin's liquidity and volume is so low, any investment firm that has anywhere more than 100 or 1,000 Bitcoins per day could actually move the market. So just be aware of that. But the best way to go about it really is to just set a buy limit order. The next question is, do you think in your gut it's going to $100,000? So I know that I talked about it during one of our live strategy development webinars with the PIG members, that, well, there's this, some analysts and some cryptocurrency enthusiasts are pumping Bitcoin to go up to 100,000. So 100,000, in my opinion, is a little bit of a stretch. 60,000 is more achievable, but first let's get to 20,000 and then talk about it, because now it's just too premature to talk about that. And by then, the only advantage really Bitcoin at this time has to some of other better coins that have better technology, that don't have Bitcoin's deficiencies, such as being so slow and the number of transactions being minimal. The only reason why at the moment Bitcoin is king is because of its branding, and because it's a category king, and people know cryptocurrency because of Bitcoin. And a lot of people don't even know the word crypto, but they do know or have heard of Bitcoin. So for the branding purposes, that's the reason why we're looking at Bitcoin to become one of the most valuable cryptocurrencies. But if another cryptocurrency comes along and is far better in marketing than Bitcoin, let's say like Facebook and what it did to MySpace, then we could very well see another crypto. And that's the reason why I'm very firmly believe that you should diversify amongst cryptocurrencies. There are some cryptocurrencies that I have talked about in our group, of course, that I like a lot. But again, you have to really do your own research and see which technology and what parts of the crypto you really like the most, and then look to see if they have any marketing strategies in place to make it the next king of crypto. The next question is, do you still believe in Ripple? Is it possible that it can go to 100? So let's actually take a look at XRP. And I know that some crypto enthusiasts don't even consider Ripple as a true cryptocurrency, well, because it is kind of centralized, even though Ripple, the company, doesn't want to take ownership of Ripple. They say they just own simply a lot of Ripple. So the question is, do you think it's going to go to 100? So right now, Ripple has obviously not performed as well as Bitcoin. Actually, last year I was a very big fan of Ripple, was because it was kind of different than Bitcoin. Actually, it has a different market. It serves enterprises and banks, and it had a lot of partners who were already interested in it. But now we have JP Morgan's coin that is trying to steal Ripple's thunder. We can't say that they're going to be really successful in doing that, but Ripple does have quite a few advantages. From a technical point of view, Ripple has been sort of consolidating over here. And I do believe this may be fitting in a parallel channel. Not quite, actually. It's not even in an upward channel, even though the highs are moving kind of higher. The lows are also moving higher, but it is not quite in an upward channel. The only thing that it has going for it is that it has not been able to cross below the Ichimoku cloud right over here. right? This is the Ichimoku cloud. So I'm basically looking for that at the moment. And the next resistance level is actually at 0.52. And I know at one point, this was one of the lows that Ripple hit after the bubble. And so I am holding on to every Ripple that I have, but I am planning to sell it at some point. And I may actually keep it a little bit longer than 50 cents over here. $100 is way too much, even at its peak. I'm not sure if you said it was $100. Well, that is a massive stretch. The best Ripple might be able to do in a medium term within the next 2 years is at best get to $5. $100, I don't think so. But I am planning to actually sell some of my Ripple at above $1, and that would give me a very fair amount of gain. I will keep the rest of it long term because I did buy at very, very low prices, and it really doesn't cost me anything anyway. So I'm going to take partial profit at about around $1. I'm still going to monitor the market sentiment in the long run, and then make a decision if something changes. The next question is from Gregory. Coach Kiana, I need help figuring out how to create a heart wallet. This is very important to me. So I guess what your question is how to get a heart wallet, because well, I cannot help you to create a heart wallet, even though I am technically an engineer and I studied electrical engineering. I have not worked in that space in a very long time, but I can tell you where to find a heart wallet that may be useful to you. I have talked in great depth in my book, Cryptocurrency Investing for Dummies. I have it right over here. The importance of storing your cryptocurrencies immediately into a hard wallet or a cold wallet for security purposes. Of course, there are some online wallets that are becoming more and more secure, but still, I wouldn't take the risk to hold all of my cryptocurrency in there. If there is some crypto that I'm just holding and waiting for it to reach a certain point, for example, Ripple or Bitcoin, I am going to, and I have moved a large chunk of it into a hard wallet. Some of my favorite hard wallets, I'm going to actually share it with you here. And I've mentioned that if you are a crypto equipment member in the Diva Book Lounge, I am going to share the links to this below this video. So Ledger is one of my favorite ones just because of ease of use and capacity, and well, the price is actually now better than whatever it ever was. Trezor is another one that has been proven to be fairly secure and is fairly easy to use as well. So I am going to share the links to this below this video. The next question is from Robert. He says, hello, MS Diva. Will Bitcoin ever correct its price to $3,000? So we were just looking at the Bitcoin chart before, and I wish I had actually gone back to it. It could, it very well could. In fact, last year I really saw it would go below $3,000, below $2,000 actually, because that had been a massive resistance level for Bitcoin for a very long time, for years and years and years. So I thought it would be natural for it to go back to that support level before going back up. However, $3,000 point proved to be the next support, and supported Bitcoin formed a correction over there. Now, will it ever reach $3,000? There are so many factors that it could play. In this bull run, before it reaches 20,000, I believe it's not likely that it drops to 3,000. We're going to see the bull run potentially go a little bit higher. And from there, as I talked about the fundamentals before, unless another cryptocurrency comes around that has better branding, and I'm not talking about Facebook's Libra. I actually have talked about Facebook Libra in a different video that you can probably, in this video, you can click and take a look at it. I don't think Facebook's Libra is a true cryptocurrency because it's very decentralized. But right now, Libra has been very good for Bitcoin because it brought attention to the cryptocurrency world yet again after a very long winter. When it does, or if it is at all successful, it might become a competition to Bitcoin, and that could really put Bitcoin's prices into trouble and create another Bitcoin winner. But that could be very well in the future. For this time around, we might be seeing the bull run continue a little bit longer, and it could go well above $20,000. Some analysts and, well, crypto enthusiasts are prepping it to go above $20,000 by the end of this year. So with the sentiment that we're seeing currently, that is not really beyond our reach. So if you are looking to buy Bitcoin at $3,000 this time around, it might not happen. And I personally actually removed my buy limit orders in that area yesterday. Again, I could be wrong, and you have to do your own personal analysis. And if you really think that it could still go down to $3,000, you know, it's very easy to just set a buy limit order. And if it just crashes and goes back up, your buy limit order will go through anyway. Next question is from Sergio. How high do you think it'll go before it dips again? Oh, all the questions are about Bitcoin price. So again, we go back to the previous question. It could very well go above and beyond the all-time high, which was nearly $20,000 before it dips again. The last question for today is from Anna, and she asked, how do I make sure my crypto mining is profitable? Now, crypto mining is, of course, another method of getting your hands into cryptocurrencies without actually buying it. And there is a lot of pros in mining a cryptocurrency, as long as you're not paying more in electricity and in maintenance and your computer than simply going to a cryptocurrency exchange and buying it. Right now, if you were to mine Bitcoin, it is very, very, very difficult, and there are mining farms all around the world, in Russia, in China, in Iran, in cheap places with really cheap electricity, and you're probably going to be outperformed by them because they have the power, they have the hashing power. If you're just mining with your laptop, Bitcoin is probably not the crypto to go for. In fact, on my website, I do have a crypto mining calculator that you just have to go to investiva.com and go to this hamburger menu right over here. And I have mining crypto. So you just click on it. And in here, I have different cryptocurrency mining calculator. So you just put your hashing power, the difficulty, if you're mining through a pool. And of course, I've discussed all of this in Cryptocurrency Investing for Dummies book, which, by the way, you can get for free on investiva.com as well. So this is for Bitcoin. I have it for Ethereum. I have it for a fair number of other cryptocurrencies. So right now, Monero is actually one of the most profitable ones. But then again, you want to make sure that whatever you're mining is going to be valuable in the future. So you want to stick to the top cryptocurrencies. You don't want to go and mine something that is like down below the list and has no future. When it comes to mining and selecting the crypto to mine, you really have to take all the steps that you take in order to select a cryptocurrency to invest in. So it's the very same process. At the end of it, though, after you selected it, you have to make sure that it is going to be the ROI, the return on investment. You're going to invest in your electricity and every other thing that you're putting in, and your time even, to mine, and make sure that it's going to be worth your while. So these were my A's to your Q's this time around. Thank you so much for watching Invest Diva, and I'll see you again in the next video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and if you like this video, like it. It's a very simple thumbs up. All right, I'll see you next time.